the show by Lauderdale, Jones, Scott, and Smith. Winston, Leak, you better act right. Don't drive slow and be wild at night. 'Cause you need to know that if you do, that Scotty Ray is watching you. He's everywhere, he's everywhere. That man is faster than a scalded cat. If you do something dumb, then you better run with haste. Scotty Ray's at a wreck before it ever takes place.
And good morning. I'm your friend Scotty Ray, along with Odie, as we begin today. And yes, I've noticed at least 20 cents higher on gas pumps over the last couple of days there. I was paying about $2.39, $2.40, and it was all of a sudden $2.70 on the cheap end.
Well, you know, so that had to go up so we can get closer to dropping income tax in Mississippi.
Yeah, Mississippi, that's going to, and no, see, that doesn't include it. That's going to happen July 1st. You will be hit with 3 cents more.
That's why it's going up. Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah.
You still got...
That's July 1st and it's going up.
Correct. You're getting the Iran effect right now when we should be drill, baby, drill here in the U.S.
Should have never stopped drill, baby, drill.
That's true. That's true. So gas used to be $1.69. Now you're at $2.70 something in the great state of Mississippi. We'll raise your gas prices once again by 3 cents, and over the next, I forget how many years, raise it by 10 cents tax to allow for what they call free grocery tax. You're not getting anything free. Make no mistake.
No, and then it's going down in very small increments.
Very.
We're paying bigger increments for a longer period of time.
They will come out on top, and you, the consumer. And I still say that doing that hurts us worse. There's other political analysts that argue with me, saying that no, the gas tax, it's what delivers everything to your door. When you go up on that, it raises everything: bread, eggs. I think that was a mistake.
Wonder what they're going to do with these battery-operated cars.
I don't know.
You're not buying gas.
No. How many of them we got?
I mean, then you got a bunch of hybrids, a lot of hybrids.
That is becoming a popular thing. I admit that. That does sell pretty good right now. But that's what's occurring there and happening now. They say Iran looks to disrupt the gas prices by closing the Strait of, do you pronounce it Hormuz? Hormuz. Looks like they're going to try to do that to drive gas prices up with that. Now, over the weekend, let's discuss what would happen. The United States did drop some huge bombs on Iran at some nuclear sites.
Yeah.
If you will remember, they had a time to discuss this. They refused, and he said, you've got until such and such day. They didn't do it. Then Trump come out with, over the next 2 weeks, I'll make my decision. Within, let me word that correctly. He said within. By that time, he had already sent bombers to take care of that situation. What this tells the world is, if you're given a date by the United States, no longer will you have that. You remember that Obama where they drew the line in the sand? They go, well, we didn't really mean that. Let's go a little further back.
My bad. Oops.
It's not that way anymore. If a date is given, it's meant.
He's not telling everybody what he's planning on doing.
No, sir.
He does it, and then comes back, and you see the after effects.
Odie, do you remember a time when there was another U.S. president that would give the exact thing that we were going to do? At 7 o'clock, our planes are going to leave.
Yeah.
And they had time to move anything that might be.
And they said he didn't say he was going to do anything within 2 weeks. He said in 2 weeks, I'll have a decision.
Within. He used the word within.
So that means I'll have a decision, and then we'll see what we do. It may be another 2 weeks is what they're thinking. And that meant in 2 days.
Well, it was that moment because it took 24 hours, 30 hours to get there.
Well, that was a round-trip flight. They flew 15 hours there, 15 hours back. Man.
That's boogie there, as they say.
Yeah.
So that is the worldwide news that happened over the weekend. And as you go back and look at this, there's a lot of people going, oh, you're wrong. These people have killed a lot of American soldiers over the last years. They threaten us constantly, and we have a president now that doesn't take that.
Well, they continue death to America. Mm-hmm. Death to America, by all means, death to America. And this is not just America that Trump just helped protect. It's the entire world.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt.
He would have used that nuclear weapon without a shadow of a doubt if this was allowed to continue on.
So that's the way it is this morning as we begin this of what happened nationally over the weekend. So we'll watch all of that and keep you up to date should anything develop over that. Tornadoes went through North Dakota over the weekend. We've lost 3 lives, Odie.
That's terrible.
These tornadoes are very serious. This is not our prime tornado season in Mississippi. That will come back at the end of November and go until February, March long, and there we'll have another end of year, beginning of the year sweep with that, but we're not in our. It's awful. These storms are bad. If you don't have a storm shelter, see about getting one.
Yeah.
That's the way to do that. Let's see. We had a star. Virginia woman's been arrested in connection with a hit and run. You ever heard of Sarah Burke?
No, I haven't.
She's a Netflix star. A woman hit her and she died from her injuries, and the woman drove off. She's been arrested now.
Wow.
That's not pretty.
No, not at all.
I got several messages this morning of what happened on Highway 397 in Winston County last night. There was a shooting in Winston County. They fled, 3 to 4 people in a car. Police, Highway Patrol were chasing as they reached the county barn, still within Winston County. They lost control, wrecked. I know at least 2 fled, and they did take a couple into custody. That's what we know so far this morning. I don't know if there's any injuries from the gunfire or what they did, but we do know that they crashed out there near the county barn on 397 in Winston County. If you were wondering what all the hoopla was late last night, that's exactly what it was. Now, we had a lot go on this weekend. We're going to get into all the who, what, whens, and hows, and all of that. The Juneteenth celebrations came to an end over the weekend. A big concert downtown Saturday afternoon. Okay. Flooded right before it happened.
Cooled it off a little bit, maybe.
Gully washer, I think, is the word, Odie. Ooh. As I got there was a couple people said, you should have seen the tents go by. Because everybody had their tents already set up, and it was a burst of wind, and it did do that. A lot of rain fell in that short time.
Yeah, I texted Greg, and he said, y'all all right? I said, yeah, doing good. We're sitting down here. We went to go see the grandbaby down at the L.A. house, and he said, it is flooding here. I said, it's not here. We're dry.
That did happen. Also, We'll find out what Judge T's been up to over the weekend. We got pictures, sightings of him. He's been out and about.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Sure. We'll be right back.
Hey, welcome to Kia Meridian.
We're a family-owned business that has been serving the community for 25 years.
If you're looking for a new Kia, we have them. And if we don't, we'll find it.
No stress, no hassle, just the best deals. And right now we can get rates as low as 0%.
Shop local, get the car you want. And be a part of the Kia Meridian family.
Have you been wanting your own building, your own shed? Speak to our friends at Best Sadia Building, 601-728-1954. Now, they can custom build you a home from a barn dominium. Maybe it's a shed that you're needing or a simple place to park your car, a garage, a camp house. Maybe you need a place to park your tractor, your motorcycle, or even that lawnmower. They can custom design whatever it is you need. Quality work, trustworthy, Best Sadia Buildings. Speak with Drew, 601-728-1954. Grass cutting season is here, and if you need a new lawnmower, drop in and visit our friends at Freeman Tractor on Highway 494. If you've got a big yard with acres and acres to mow, they have the size yard you have. Freeman Tractor has the lawnmower that fits you and your budget. From 48-inch all the way up to 60, or the X-Mark lawnmower. Plenty of these to choose from. Also, they carry a complete line of LS tractors. Come by for a test drive today. Financing available. Visit our friends at Freeman Tractor, Highway 494. Welcome back. Scotty Ray along with Odie. It is a Monday morning. This is June the 23rd.
Yes, Monday.
74 now as we wait for a high of 94, and then we'll have 101, Odie, there on the old thermometer side of heat stress.
Well, somebody and I lost it up there. They brought it up, and of course, we're out there making RW smile this morning.
What's he smiling about?
Because we kind of match, look like bookends.
Is that what he said? But this is, I got stripes.
Yeah, it just gets a tinge of green.
So is RW trying to start something?
No, he didn't. Somebody said we kind of match, but I know RW sitting there laughing, and all he could think about was us being bookends.
Yeah, bless him there.
Well,
and
all right.
Naked Man Naked Man has taken to the streets. He was at Cane's this morning. Let me see here. I made a little post there. He was out in Rarity. Here he is.
This is a different Naked Man than the one that was out in Meridian.
Correct. This is the
whole
original
different one. This is the original. That's his turf. Don't come down there on his turf. You go find your own.
I had, and let me, and now that you bring that up, let me get over this. Marion, y'all, let me just find it, Odie. Naked Man. When it comes to that side of the, hang on, I'm getting there. We got a lot of things since we're here's
somebody knows him.
Here's Naked Man. He looks totally different than North Hill's Naked Man.
Yeah.
And we've got close-ups of Naked Man and Meridian. I understand someone shared that at a. We got plenty of photographs of up close and personal of Mr. Naked Man and Mary. Larry Gill has not commented on this yet. If he could identify him,
but for 1995,
you
can have pictures. But what? Order now. We'll send you a full-length video.
Well,
only pay separate shipping and handling.
And I say this, and I have a very close friend that, and I'm not going to call his name, that in a group text we were going, who is this guy? And he might have accidentally shared it with someone at the nursing home, and it spread like wildfire throughout the nursing home.
He said it wasn't his guys.
No, wasn't his people. Who is this? This guy was not embarrassed in the least, and let me just say this. Each time you post something, somebody's going to get on there. You should be ashamed. No, I'm not ashamed. This guy got naked and walked in the middle of the street, walked past the gas pumps back and forth, harassing normal people that were going to their destination. Now, do I think that he was probably as high as a Georgia pine? That's alleged. But
something's doing something with the cheese on his cracker, because it's either slid off, melted off.
I wasn't going to talk about that, and there you go, bringing up his cracker, and you just push it too far, Odie.
Well, his cheese ain't in the same place it used to be.
He got taken downtown.
Yeah,
but I can just see Larry Gill out there in his robe trying to arrest Naked Man and Mary. Get him, boys.
Chris, you sent me some stuff, but nothing ever opened up.
Do you have Naked Man pictures?
So he said he sent a naked man riding on a police car.
I hadn't seen that. Yeah, send that to us. Is that Meridian or is that...
that's Meridian.
Inside the city?
Must be. But you did send me 3 links, but none of them would open.
Resend.
Yeah.
We'll try to... We've got specialists that are really good at identifying naked people, and we'll get.
And I'm not going to say where he lives, but we'll say that would be a separate turf than these other two.
Yes, sir. I don't know where this guy actually lives, but
well, I mean, he's claiming Meridian.
Yeah, that's Meridian.
And then Naked Man's got North Hills. Chris will have a different area. So
we got an 8th Street Naked Man and a Naked Woman.
Yes.
They're not as popular and not near as fast as Naked Man North. He is the Olympian of naked people.
Yeah. The one on Easter, they might be. Never mind. I ain't going there. It's Monday.
So that's what we had happen over the weekend. We're still waiting. Larry, you up yet? Tell us about what went on there.
Yeah.
We did have a small trash fire. Speaking of Marion last night, a dumpster caught on fire that was put out pretty quickly there. Speaking of fires, Highway 19 North, if you were headed toward Tucker, look at there. Woo! You can't put that out.
Yeah, once it gets that, it's
That's fully involved. Is that
fully
the word?
involved. That's it.
No one was hurt, but boy, that sure blocked traffic for a few moments there. Highway 19 north there. Now, one of the things that started happening as I came to work this morning, somewhere around 4, we would have our 4:15, somewhere along there. We had our first car reported stolen.
Wow.
It would be an F-150 that was stolen from the 1800 block of 34th Avenue. I have not gotten the tag number of this truck yet or the year model. I just used a generic Ford truck on this. I just know that it is a Ford truck that was stolen. Then about an hour later, we got a tag number here. A second car stolen. This would be a Ford Fusion, silver in color. Here's the tag, LAR 154. If you happen to notice this, please contact the Meridian Police Department so they can get on this and get these owners their car back.
Yeah, just because you have your car locked while it's running and you run inside, these people know how to work a Slim Jim. These people know how to open your car door. So just because it's locked from the outside but it's still running, that doesn't mean that your car is safe. I know it's going to be hot, and I know it's convenient to get out, run in, go do what you got to do, come right back out, get in the car, and go. But you might not have a car to go back in. Just don't leave the keys in the car, leaving it running.
And I'm going to try to do this over the next year. Y'all do not know what we sit back and watch on this. This is so much bigger than you think, these stolen cars. I'm not putting an ounce of how many is stolen because I've had such a hard time with the current administration admitting that we had stolen cars. I know they're stolen, but I couldn't get any information to back it up of the make, model, what time it was stolen. They wouldn't give that to me. This is a ring. I'm just going to go ahead and say it. There's a ring of people that steal cars. Are they using them for crimes? Or are they using them to cut up? I don't know. But most drive-bys, there's a stolen car being used in it, and it may go on to a chop shop after that. I'm unsure. But
that's what this doesn't look like it's a Gone in 60 Seconds movie. This is not something they go get and load into a container and get it out of here. A lot of this stuff, they're found behind a vacant house or in a shed. They're used for crime. After that, what do they, do they chop it up then?
How long ago was that when they found all those chopped up cars back there near the Sawashi on Frontage Road? You remember that down in the woods?
Yeah.
I don't remember if that was 2-3 years ago.
Something like that.
But this is much bigger than meets the eye. That there is a lot more stolen than we have. So we'll watch this, and over the next year with the current new administration coming in, hopefully we'll be able to get more information on this so you're aware to keep your property protected against people that want to take your things. That's just...
we do need trap cars. I'm with you on that, Bob. I think that's something that would go over good. Somebody drive up, get out, and... next thing you know, someone gets in there and it locks them in and gets them about a quarter mile down the road.
Where they've had time enough to actually prove they were stealing it.
Yeah, OnStar, if you want to pay for that, go ahead. I'm not real big on bow tie cars, but OnStar is a service out there.
Oh, so you just make it because I got a frame out there making fun of it, huh?
Well, I mean, you can't tell it's a Chevrolet at this point. You ain't got nothing on it that says so. One of these days.
And I asked this, and I went and bought, the sticky stuff that you pull off something. Like if it has a piece of tape across the top of it and you peel it off and it leaves that sticky
residue.
All right. For you bow tie people, I bought the really expensive chrome grill that goes in a square body. It came in and it had 2 pieces of tape on it. Well, it's been in the box over a year. So I peeled said tape off of it, and it had this sticky stuff. So I tried Goof Off. That didn't work. So then I went and bought adhesive remover. That didn't work. I thought, well, gas takes everything off. So I poured gas all over the place. That didn't work. How'd I get it off, or do I got to buy new? I even tried a razor blade, and I think I scuffed it.
I would try I would try baby oil.
Baby oil?
Yeah.
You and Diddy got something?
If you can find some. Well, he's not using them right now.
Okay. But baby
well, I
oil?
don't know. He might. Yeah, baby oil.
What, do you just squirt it on it and let it sit?
Well,
or
put
what?
it on a rag and kind of rub it.
You sure just wouldn't make it slick?
Well, it'll get down in there. I'm surprised that goof off didn't pull it off.
But you ever tried that?
There's some things that work on some stuff. And
Okay.
So was it the protective tape that was on there?
Yeah, it's protective tape, and I peeled it off.
You sure that wasn't a strip of gooey that holds your grill in place?
Positive, it's the outside where your gold emblem goes in, and I'm telling you, it was $100 a side for each little, and it's this long, $100 each side.
Now, Britt, you got something right there.
What's
NAFTA may do it.
NAFTA?
NAFTA.
What?
Go get you some good $100 paint thinner.
Paint thinner. Oh, okay.
NAFTA.
That's a new word for me. I thought I was
rubbing alcohol.
I thought you were saying NAFTA, like those people that took our jobs away there for a minute there.
Peanut butter. I'm not wasting peanut butter. I'm putting that on a cracker and eating it.
Huh.
Acetone, that's some tough stuff. Fingernail polish.
After I put that on there, I took a razor blade and I was gonna, because normally you can, and it went to scuffing that chrome.
Well, you got till you get your truck back before you need that. You might be on.
Hush, Shody. Always try to poke the bear.
Even try some WD-40. Yeah.
We're gonna try some more things.
At this point, I don't know if I want that thing close to the engine.
I'm gonna go try some of these remedies.
That thing may go poof.
Jeff Tate sent me a message last night, and Willie drove over to Meridian. If you remember, it was a couple of weeks ago, Greg was talking about this. Have you driven down where we got a newly paved road by Clarkdale?
Yeah.
It looked horrible. And then you got to Clark County, and they had this fine road. Well, Willie Simmons rode over, and he agreed that it was horrible, and they are going to repave all of that out there at the Clarkdale on 145. It is horrendous.
Willie said, this is not what...
it ain't acceptable.
What I supposed to have got.
There's cracks. It's going to bust windshield. It probably already has. It's awful looking. And then, the point was that area there that got the horrible road is more travel than the place that looked great.
Yep.
Just do it right, and it's going to be fixed after Willie come and inspected, not infected, but inspected. And we appreciate Willie Simmons. He's a nice guy.
You got on there Billy Adam Calvert. I spoke to him.
What Billy Adam?
We don't have a date set or anything, but
y'all going to lunch?
He told me, he said he wants to come in and talk about and break this down about the gas tax and what this is doing with our income tax and kind of explain it to us ordinary people.
It's going to take some. You got some explaining to do, Billy Adam.
I said, throw me some dates that you'll be available, and I'll get with the SR here, and we'll see if we can.
Love to have him.
Yep.
Billy
Adam, man, he's a good one. He's helped me with a bunch of stuff. Him and Jeff and Steve, man.
Do a lot for us there.
People. Yes.
We had Scott. Let's talk about Scott County before we go to a break here. Last night, Scott County, and I had somebody very ugly send me a nasty message about that. What that is about, there was a gender reveal going on at Roosevelt State Park yesterday afternoon. As they're celebrating right around 5 o'clock, gunfire broke out. One male subject was killed at the gender reveal. Now, we don't know at this point. It's early in the investigations. As I talked to investigators there in Scott County, it was early. They didn't know who did it at that point, why it happened. They had just got on scene and they were handling it. But we did get a confirmation that it was a male gender reveal party, and gunfire broke out, and one male was deceased. So I would imagine, we don't know if they took someone into custody or they were on the run. But that's what went on in Scott County late yesterday.
You're trying to have something that talk about a future, and you've got families that are sitting there excited to find out what's going to be brought into this world, and ended up someone's getting taken
out of this world.
This is just, it's gone too far. How do you fix it? I mean, I've got some dire ways that I can think of, but one way or another, we have got to fix this. One way for sure is God. He can fix this in a heartbeat. But we've got to get on. Just me praying for me and city, that helps. But we've got to, as a complete community, a city, a county, a state, we've got to come together as a whole and ask God to come back into our lives. It's the only way we're going to really fix this.
I was at Highland Park this weekend, and there was a bunch of youth doing surveys, and they come around, and that was the thing about what causes all these shootings, and they got down to this, and every answer that was on there, I disagreed with, and my answer was God back in the family. And I truly...
a complete family. And I know there's instances where you can't have a nuclear family for whatever reason.
Nuclear?
Yeah, I think that's what they call it, isn't it? To be on up here. We
didn't realize that.
We see that a lot of this stuff plays out to you've only got a single parent household. One parent, for whatever reason, is not there.
Happens in a lot of families.
A lot of studies have been done on this, and it does go back to a single family household.
Speaking of, we'll talk about the unspeakable that happened at a local eatery this weekend in broad daylight. That's next with Scotty Ray Report.
Spring is here. It's time to get your lawn looking its best with Kubota mowers. Parish Tractor's Kubota Z232 KW42 is the perfect mower for a pristine lawn. And now, you can own one with payments as low as $95 a month. Visit Parish Tractor today and take advantage of this amazing offer. 2.99% APR financing now through 6/30/25. See us or go to KubotaUSA.com for more information.
More than a tractor store.
J&J Tire and Muffler, located at 3420 8th Street, invites you by. And if you need a front-end alignment, make sure to try their new state-of-the-art alignment machine. No matter the size of your truck and car, J&J can align it. J&J also has touch-free mounting, laser wheel balancing, and as always, they provide preventive maintenance, including CV axles, shocks, struts, brakes. They carry the Nixon tire with free roadside hazard service, along with high-tread used tires. Locally owned and operated since 1978 in Meridian. Patrick Allen Companies has a wide selection of garage doors that will fit your style, add value to your home, and add curb appeal to your neighborhood. Patrick Allen also has top-of-the-line, energy-efficient replacement windows that will make your home look great while saving you money. We're family-owned and operated, and we take pride in our work. 5305 Highway 145 South in Meridian.
For all your garage doors and replacement windows,
call Patrick Allen Companies. Safety, service, satisfaction.
Our local headlines are brought to you by the Rock House Gun and Pawn.
That's what I get for reading something.
Yeah.
As we talked about over the weekend, one of the unspeakable things that went on was a death at Burger King, North Frontage Road. This would be right in front of Harbor Freight, Cloverleaf Shopping Center. A male subject was shot, killed on scene. The person has fled the scene. And as we go there for our first look, we arrived on scene, and I'll just scan this across here like this, and this is our view that we were looking at originally. Now let me show you some pictures as we got a little bit closer on this. This would be the scene as police, medics were on scene there before anything was pronounced. As we look at the second picture, here's police processing the scene of a car that took gunfire. As we go to this second one, as we go around to this other side, let me blow this up to where you can see this. This is the Meridian Police Department here in the parking lot of Burger King. As everything's being processed with all of the police on scene, and there were a lot of different divisions there. As you can see, bending that, both of these ladies here are the photographers that come in to mark all the evidence when these things happen. The male subject was rushed to a local hospital. He was pronounced deceased at the scene. Now let's go here. Here's the man that they were looking for. To my knowledge, he has not been taken into custody.
Man. If y'all know him,
and I can't pronounce his name. I can't. We'll just call him K.A. Mr. Dean. I have no idea how to pronounce that.
Ketwantavius Dean. I'm not going to try the middle name.
Yeah, I can't do it, and that's just being as honest as we can about this. He has been sought after as a suspect in this. Pretty strong evidence supporting the fact that he was the one who had the gun. Again, you're innocent until proven guilty in a court of law, but that's what we know at this point.
Definitely praying for the family on both of these instances. The one in Scott, the one here.
Anthony McDonald, as we go back to the story right here, is the man that was killed. 21 years old. If I am not mistaken, I think he also was an employee, had the day off at Burger King. There's a lot of rumors floating around this that I cannot verify, so we'll just leave them as rumors. But
21, hadn't even started his life. His life just now starting to begin. And then the guy
senseless.
Accused of doing the shooting. He looked young.
Yeah, and I don't know how old he is. I was not given that age on him, but a young fella.
Yeah. Those lives come to an end.
It is, and the crime would continue, Odie, as we go here. This ended up being, this would be over at St. Francis Apartments. This would be a 17-year-old that was shot in the chest late Saturday night. Gunfire would ring out, and it was multiple gunfire. Man. As police arrived, they said, "What happened?" "I don't know." "Well, who did this to you?" "I don't know." "Did anybody see anything?" "Nope, didn't see a thing." It tells you that people are scared of whoever showed up on scene, that they would return to do this again if they were to talk. That's what's going on here. They know who did this. They just don't want to tell it because of their fear of retaliation for telling what happened.
Well, I mean, chances are they tell them who did this, they go and pick them up. They're still innocent until proven guilty. They're going to get out, most likely.
And they're scared.
And then they're going to retaliate. If they don't know exactly who it is, they're going to retaliate with multiple. It's just a scary situation for these people who want to clean up their neighborhoods, who want to do the right thing.
As we get set for a new police chief, and believe me, there is a new police chief coming. It will not be business as usual after a new administration comes in. You've got to flip this to where the criminals are worried about where the police are, instead of the opposite way it is now, to where it's going to be some major changes in the way the police are conducted, how and what they do. We'll have more about this. We'll have. I'm not going to be the one to. It's not my place to tell who it is. The new administration will make that announcement. We'll have him in.
That's for Percy to say.
Yeah, and we'll have him in to talk about how he's going to go about this. And he's going to need your help as he takes over this role. But I think he means business. He's said some pretty strong things to me, and he's got my support as he goes in. So we will see this as it all comes about.
I had some great conversations with him and another one that's going to be working with him.
Yes, so, talk to him too.
I think this is something that's going to be, it's definitely going to be a change. It's going to be a good thing, but with the community as a whole needs to get behind this.
As my numbers, I added them up. We've had 9 homicides, and we have had, in addition to that, Odie, 30 people shot since January 1st of this year. We're at the halfway point. We had 11 murders last year, homicides in Meridian. We're at 9 already.
Yeah, that name that just got pushed out is not who it is, and that's a good thing in my opinion. Just my opinion. But no, he is not anywhere part of this, so that's good. And yes, firework stands can be sold, and so can fireworks. So yes, it is now legal for them to open up and do business. Yeah.
All right, we've got more on the way. We'll be right back as we begin this morning here at the Scotty Ray Report.
Celebrating our 7-year anniversary, Al's Garden and Gift is excited to bring you the beautiful colors of spring to your home. So many bedding and vegetable plants, hanging baskets, roses, and other plants that will bring on the colors of spring. It's the perfect time to spend in the yard. Spruce up lawn and flower beds with fresh sod, mulch soils, and pine straw. Then brighten your day with unique gifts in the shop. Spring is here at Al's Garden and Gift. Bloom with happiness.
At Pettit Jewelers in Philadelphia, Mississippi, trust Nicole with your priceless heirloom jewelry. With generations of refined expertise, she ensures your cherished pieces are meticulously cared for. Pettit Jewelers, Philadelphia.
The selection is always changing at Massey Supermart Auto Sales with low-mileage cars and trucks. How about a Z71 2500 HD? Or maybe you're looking for the Ford F-150 with lots of leg room in it. Plenty of SUVs like the Explorer for the family. Or if you're looking for a gas saver to go back and forth to work, come by and see the mini cars like this Nissan.
The low-profit dealer, Massey Supermart.
Meridian's favorite barbecue is Squealer's Barbecue, named the barbecue capital for the state of Mississippi. Whether it's barbecue, wings, or burgers, Squealer's simply has the best for a family environment. Every Thursday night, there's live music out on the porch. Takeout orders are welcome, and whether it's your next tailgate or large catering event, your friends at Squealer's are there to help. Drop in for lunch today or a night out on the town. Squealer's Barbecue, the best in fine barbecue.
Welcome back. Your friend Scotty Ray along with Odie. Highway 19 had gunfire yesterday. This would be at the intersection of 5th Street and Highway 19 as police arrived. No injuries, believe it or not, but gunfire was exchanged across the highway at one another. No one was hit somehow. High crime is not the word for that area. You know, used to, let me just say that, as I pull this picture up, when the current administration, who are in there right now, there's cameras on this road here that police could look at to see what people were doing bad. When this administration went in, those cameras went woof, they went away.
I'm one of those that thinks the best place to put a series of cameras that somebody's watching is
high crime areas.
Well, I mean, where do you look at them at? It should be where the people are housed that are pushing information out to the police to send them to locations, a.k.a. dispatch.
Oh, dispatch needs to see this.
That's where you need to have all this information coming to is a complete 911 center.
Correct.
Do not have multiple.
That
makes absolutely no sense.
It doesn't. I agree, Odie, 110% on this. You have dispatch who's telling the police officers where they're going. They're trying to tell them what people tell them on the phone. They need another person sitting there watching this, going, all right, we see the suspect. When you get there, go around back. And then we're going to have a center that costs a little over $1 million, $1.5 million, that doesn't connect with any other service. This was not thought out. Oh, it'd be by the current administration is why. Did I accidentally say that again?
I don't know. I wasn't listening.
But you've got to work together, and it just ain't happening. Not happening at all. We had some folks doing some donuts up at Northcrest Baptist Church.
Ooh. Oh, not the glazed kind.
Nope, they were doing the 360 slide them up there, and police threw on some blue lights, and they would run and then wreck their little car over here in the bushes here.
Oh, I bet the insurance get a hold of that and say, well, we're not paying for that.
They were both taken to jail after a short foot chase. Odie, boogie there. They tried to get away, but they were caught and brought back to justice there. I don't know all of the charges that were put on them, but fleeing being one of them, and, that'll get you.
And I'm not taking up for anybody, but somebody said the stores have cameras and the police don't ask to see them. I don't know, but I know 90% of these stores out here do have cameras.
That you can't see.
95% of them have cameras that you can't see.
They're horrible.
If you want to help and you want to provide video, you have first got to have a security system and cameras that you can stop, enlarge, blow up, shrink down, and really pinpoint and be able to see. It's got to be high quality. A Temu camera system is not going to work. If it's fuzzy, it's not going to work. And most of these camera systems out there, it'll give you an idea of a walking stride, but you're not going to be able to tell. Upgrade your system and get you a good quality
I think
system.
a lot of people know what you mean, because if you look at sometimes of the pictures that I post of, do you know this person? You're going, well, I can't really tell what they look like.
Yeah.
That's what Odie's referring.
And some of them you're sitting there going, yeah, boy.
Odie, I'm going to remind you while at work, you should lock your doors.
Oof. Yeah, I've seen this before.
We had a truck stolen next door to where you work.
Right there, huh?
26th Avenue. This is right across from the Meridian Fire Department, across from the Lima building. They just couldn't stand the temptation. Went ahead and stole another one. Again, stolen vehicle after stolen vehicle in Meridian. Be careful there.
Wow.
We had the Meridian Fire Department responded quickly. The Meridian Police Department responded. Eastern Gardens, which is just up from the Coca-Cola plant. Let me show you the picture there.
Down on Hawkins Crossing.
Yeah, you take a right there and go down 23rd Avenue is what that's called. Something like that, I believe. I'd have to be looking at the street. Right off 45 there, Hawkins Crossing area, of a man with a gas can pouring gas on the building. Poured it in air conditioning. It first got reported by somebody going, I smell gas. And he had dumped gas on their air conditioner. And then he was throwing it on the building. The fire department showed up. He commenced to running. The police chased. He got away. And the Meridian Fire Department backed trucks up and they hosed everything down to get rid of that flammable residue. Is that the way it works?
Residue, vapors.
Yeah, so it was taken care of, but why was he doing it? We don't know. Was he mad at a particular unit? We don't know that either, but this did happen. Don't let anyone fool you that it didn't, because it did. That's what you would call an arsonist.
There you go. You got
almost
that.
got tongue-tied.
Pretty doggone good.
Man, for a Monday, I'm doing good.
Yeah.
But
got some rest this weekend.
My, oh my. So hopefully this person will be taken into custody, as we had a suspect taken into the county not long ago that was sort of kind of doing the same thing there. We had police show up in full force this week. This, again, suspect until proven guilty in a court of law. But as we pull this up, we want to show you this. The Meridian Police Department arrested this man of child exploitation following a 3-month investigation. The home was searched and they found a lot of things that would make you madder than I can tell you. His bond has been set at $250,000. They were working on this, and somebody made the comment, and I had a police officer bring it up to me. As this 3-month investigation was going on, he was watched very closely. The comment was, well, he had 3 months to do what he still wanted to while you investigated it. Had he made a move and they knew about it, he would have been taken into custody immediately and not allowed. They monitored what he was doing online, what he had. Had he done something to harm a child that they were aware of, he would have been arrested immediately and stopped in the act.
Well, his defense would have been, well, look, I clicked on this and it was the wrong thing, and after I saw what I clicked on, it was like, oh man, nope, so I only did it one time. Well, now it's not one time.
Yeah,
they've tracked him, and this is a continuous activity. So it takes time to build that case to make sure that he is served, if he is found guilty, that he serves the penalty of what he deserves.
We had a Meridian patrol car kind of whooped up on. Is that the way to word it?
Oh, yeah.
Highway 495 and King Road. This is a bad little intersection. Wrecks happen there all the time. Police car was going, that would be east, and
crossing 495.
495, and it came in contact with a car there. As we look at this, and let me, here's the video as the car's coming up, and we'll look at the steel there.
Oh, knocked the door off.
Yeah, it done a number to that. Didn't hurt the Ford so bad.
That old Ford kind of hung in there, didn't
it? That Dodge took a lick.
Yeah.
But no major injuries, anything like that.
That's good.
I think Metro showed up onto the scene after I left, and everybody was checked out, and everybody's okay. So that's good news on that part of that. Also, the Meridian Fire Department got some more action as they There's a lot of stove fires, and this is one of those. It was nothing to it. This would be out at Aldersgate, and they respond quickly. And I show these things to show you the good, bad, and the ugly. And this is a good thing to where they got there on scene, Odie, and were able to get the stove fire out, and nothing was harmed.
And we did a drill with them. Oh, how long ago? It wasn't quite a year that we did one out there at Aldersgate. And the fire department was right there. It was a full-fledged drill, and the fire department's familiar with the interior of that. They know what the layout is. It was a pre-plan, is what we call it. So when they get called to an actual emergency, they know who, what, where, and when.
Tony wanted to know why was a city car in the county. If you're high ranking enough, you're able to take your car home to where you have a quicker response in case a crime happens. And you're called.
So they live
action.
in that area.
So they live somewhere out in this area near around 495, and they're able to take. There's many police officers that take them home, but that's why the county does the same thing as well. It's just a quicker response time to get to a scene when there's an emergency. Is what that's about.
And a low pay. That is a fringe benefit for some of them to be able to take it. And it is a deterrent in your neighborhood, whether it's city or county. So I think it's a good thing that you have officers out there that when you need to, they're in a car to be able to come back. It is a helping of here's a vehicle, take it home with you. Because of low pay, any little thing helps. I hate that it was in a wreck, but I'm kind of glad that they had a car.
Do you remember the song Johnny Cash had, There Ain't No Good Chain Gangs?
Yeah, well,
You don't go riding hot chicks down in Mississippi.
Yeah.
I need to further explain this. I showed up on scene here. This is I-20 around mile marker between 156 and 157. If I'm not mistaken, by glancing at this, I'd say that's Officer Wiggins, who got Officer of the Year last year.
Yeah.
Now, he is quickly joined by this one, and he gets another car and another car.
That's a supervisor.
Supervisor showed up. Let me get past here where we can see this again. This guy was pulled over for speeding.
Okay.
As he began getting his speeding ticket, as the officer went to walk away, he balled it up and threw it at him. He was taken into custody. I didn't make it clear that he went to jail over this. He was given a citation for littering and also obstruction. I forget how I worded it to an officer, but it got so ugly that he had to go downtown for messing with Officer of the Year. And you just, you get your ticket and you go, is anybody happy about getting a ticket? Absolutely not. But show a little respect there. And somebody was saying, well, this cop was ugly. I know this kid. They ain't a mean bone in his body.
No, and he's got a camera. And if he was doing something wrong, bring that up to the judge.
Yeah.
Your trial is not going to end on your side, on the side of the road. You have a better chance of getting a judge to see your side than somebody else on the side of the road to see your side. Especially, you're hauling sailboat fuel.
Yeah.
Get your ticket and take it to court.
A lot better decision. I've walked away from a lot of things that I felt I was right on when doing news media, and you can handle it a different way. We'll be right back as we get this morning well underway.
We are at downtown Meridian at Meridian Shoe Factory on 22nd Avenue. They are having a one-time closeout sale on all their old inventory to make room for their new inventory. They have slashed their prices from $40 to $30 to even $20. And for every shoe you buy, your name gets put in the raffle to win a wonderful prize at the end of this month. Come see them Monday through Friday from 9 to 5 and Saturday from 10 to 2.
Hi, this is Nick at Doc's Toyota, and we are excited to put you in a new Toyota today. We have no dealer markup, no hidden fees, no hassle, and our inventory is always priced to move. Our top-notch sales department and first-class service after the sale guarantees you a fast and comfortable buying experience like you've never had. So come see why month after month, more and more customers have chose to buy from Doc's Toyota. So come see us here at Doc's Toyota in Philadelphia, at docstoyota.com or on Facebook. And remember, there's no deal like a Doc's deal.
If every time the wind blows you get a little leery about a tree over your house, talk to my friends at Reed Tree Service. There's no reason to be worried about a tree crashing through your house. Mike Reed has years of experience dealing with trees. It can be as simple as having a limb removed or a tree that is just huge too close to your shop or house. It's not going to cost you anything to have Mike come out and give you an estimate. They're licensed and insured, taking care of East Mississippi and West Alabama. Reed Tree Service. Have tree, will travel. Garrett Outfitters on 8th Street is getting you ready for summertime. A large selection of cool hobo shirts. Maybe it's short sleeves. Maybe you need a pair of shorts. If you're going to be cutting grass or maybe riding a tractor this summer, you're going to need a straw hat to keep cool. And as you head to that favorite fishing hole, don't forget you'll need a pocket knife along with a great rod and reel. And if you earn your living in the woods, don't forget to check out their big selection of snake boots, Carhartt pants, and shirts for any occasion. It's Garrett Outfitters, 3505 8th Street, Meridian. Did you realize it's 7:50 already? Huh? Time is a-flying. Lauderdale County Sheriff's Department had a busy weekend as they said, how'd you do that?
Ooh.
Had to wait on a record to arrive. What is it? Is that 30-something foot long, Odie?
Yeah.
And I'd hate to think what that critter cost.
You're kicking. You're kicking $750, I bet.
Woof. It's in a ditch.
Depends on what kind of frills they got. That's a nice one right there.
Yes, sir. That's one of those everything's contained in there, and off in the ditch it went. I don't think it done much damage to it, but they had to have a record to get that out.
It damaged the soul.
Yeah, that hurts pride there, won't it?
Yeah.
We had a boo-boo in Neshoba County. This is what you call, I think we can safe to say this is a rear ending.
Yeah. I can check and still fix it.
It rearranged its rear end.
Yeah, as long as it didn't bend that frame.
I don't think is that like a little Ford Ranger?
It looks like it.
It's some type of a little Ford. It may not be so lucky.
It might not.
But that would happen in Neshoba County over the weekend.
Good part stroke.
Highway 16 East at County Road 547 is where that went on there. So it was a lot of doing there that happened. Let me see here, Odie. Let's talk about this that happened. This was a national story that we shared. This would be a gunman that attacked a Michigan church. Did you see this?
Yeah.
The people sprang into action that are trained to, and we live in a different world. I know at Northcrest and many churches, I know First Baptist here in Meridian has a full-fledged security team. They monitor the halls, they monitor the parking lot as church is going on. This guy meant to do harm. It ended up being someone in the church, ended up having to run over the guy, then he got out, started shooting again, and he was taken out by a security guard. But he meant to harm the congregation there. Things like that were unthinkable years ago, were they not?
Even criminals did not mess with God.
Yeah, it was a respect thing.
Yes, and now this is definitely something that you can tell is the lack of God in our society when you go into a church and try and do harm, and you've got guns at church to make a congregation safe. This is something bad. What's going on at the airport? There is an in-flight emergency. They're a little ways out. Hadn't heard yet but not saying anything's going to happen, but it is a precaution. Everybody gets there just in case. But
99% of the time, these things they land safely. The only one I don't know about was one a few weeks ago that landed in his front nose.
We didn't get called to that one.
Yeah, he just he landed and he went woo.
Yeah, but oops. But yeah, that's what that is. So
always check the fuel level though. I always do that.
Yeah, that fuel level is always good to have a little bit in there.
They don't keep moving without it.
Yeah.
I did not realize this, but did you know that the guy that founded FedEx was from Mississippi?
Yeah, and did you know he turned that into his college as a project? And his instructor said, that won't ever work.
Yeah, they were wrong.
And he said, hold my beer, watch this.
He was 80 years old. His name was Fred Smith. He grew up in Mississippi, then moved to Memphis and began what is FedEx now. And I don't know what the man was worth, but I don't think he had to worry about a layaway program at Christmas.
No.
Just got worked out.
Not at all. He didn't have to. He didn't have to worry about that a bit.
It would probably shock you as to how many employees an idea like that company has now. It's just humongous.
You know, do you remember at one time they had the brick council, I think is what it was, but they were going around and they were closing military bases around the country.
Yeah, we had a lot of support here.
Meridian was right there on it. And you had FedEx was sitting in the back going, oh, if they close down NAS Meridian, I want it. And they were wanting to buy that entire property out there.
Should something go south.
And make that their main hub for all of FedEx. And it went to Tennessee.
You know, the base was saved.
The base was saved, but they wanted it. They were looking at it. It had everything there they needed. They didn't need to build a whole lot of stuff. It already had the airport. It already had hangars. It had everything they needed. And man, that would have been so good.
Tear said her son-in-law flies for them, and it's a great company to work for, from everything I've ever been told. So, did you see this? Also, we put this over the weekend as we go to look. This guy from Hee Haw, his name is Gerard. Do you pronounce it Sartain?
Yeah, we'll go with that.
I see him spell word for the first time. There's G-Jaw. It's supposed to be Hee Haw. How do we say it? Whoops. But he was 78, a huge actor with that, and he was in a lot of other.
BR 549, because didn't he own the car lot?
Nope, that was Junior Samples.
That was Junior Samples, yeah.
But 78 there. We also, Odie, would lose, and what an icon this was.
Oh, wow.
Donna.
Yes.
From Sanford and Son passed away over the week. 95 was her age. And you know what?
She tried to get married to Fred.
She was from Mississippi also. Did you know that?
No.
Sure was.
Well, I'll be darned.
So you learn a lot about these stars that move off, that wanted to become something.
Yeah.
There's a lot of talent in the great state of Mississippi.
We've definitely got talent. An actor, singing, you name it. Well, business. Oh, man, that's good. Winn-Dixie, there's a lot going on with the Winn-Dixie out there after Aldi bought it.
From what I understand, it's supposed to be called Aldi. The Winn-Dixie name will go away.
Split the store in half of Winn-Dixie, half Aldi. Well, I'll be darned.
Learning something there.
Oh, Colton, you said it right. Writers, we forgot. Not just the actors, everything else. We got the writers to go along with it. And I tell you, this was heartbreaking.
I didn't get a memo on this. I missed this.
This was the happiest thing that was sad at the same time. Joanne has spent 30-something years in dispatch and making that run like a champ. She kept the grease in the wheels going. She finally said, it's time to live a life, and she retired from E911. Joanne Robinson, you will be missed. You definitely deserve your time now, retired and having fun with the grandkids and going and traveling with your sister. But definitely a hit to Lauderdale County and A911 with the knowledge that's out the door. We're in good shape. Don't worry about that. Her shoes are being filled. I don't know if anybody can ever completely fill her shoes, but they are being filled. E911 is back in good hands again. But Joanne, we are going to truly miss you. But yet at the same time, so much love, gratitude, and congratulations to you on this milestone that you just overtook. Man.
I met Joanne when I was 21 years old. I worked radio at night. I worked at Borden during the daytime. I was a milkman, and she was the main secretary. She kind of ran everything for Borden and Meridian when it was on 7th Street. So when I would finally make it back off of the backwood streets of Noxubee County with my Elsie truck, I'd get to see her. And we struck up a friendship, known her forever, and we do wish her good luck with what she's going into now, that next stage of life there.
Yes.
We'll be right
Yes.
back. Let's face it, accidents are going to happen. If a deer jumps out in front of your car, go see my friends and professionals at Chet's Paint and Body Shop in Center Hill. Chet can help you navigate through this confusing world of insurance by providing photo estimates to insurance companies and the right to choose the body shop of your choice. From a minor scratch to a major collision, Chet has you covered. Chet offers quality repairs by trained and certified technicians with a lifetime warranty on all repairs. That's Chet's Paint and Body Shop. Philadelphia Gun and Pawn, located at 910 Posey Avenue, has tons of lawnmowers to choose from. A big selection of zero-turn lawnmowers, power washers, and even barbecue grills. Step inside the store and see their complete line of Liberty safes along with those Browning safes. A large selection of Louis Vuitton purses along with satin shirts and bead sets. And tons to choose from for the outdoorsman in your household. And always a great deal on any type of jewelry you're looking for. And a private lobby for pawns for your confidentiality. Philadelphia Gun and Pawn.
Looking for a deal you can't pass up? Right now, drive off in a quality used car for just $299 down and only $299 a month here at Johnson Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Meridian. That's right, good reliable cars packed with features at a price you'll love. $299 down, $299 a month. Look, I'm not kidding. This is a real offer that our customers have taken advantage of for years now. Come see us today, Johnson Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram Meridian.
Welcome back, and yes, I've heard all the milkman jokes when I was a young man.
Still hearing them, hey, Bob.
But that was me and Angie. That was 1990 because I'd just gotten married. I delivered milk during the daytime hours and worked radio overnight from midnight till 6 a.m. And to say the least, it made long days is a understatement. Worked for Russell Reed. For those of you who remember him, he ran Board and Milk in Meridian. That's been many, many moons ago.
I remember them old square truck driving around.
And the worst thing you think is, no, don't get the school contract, please, no. You'll be there.
A lot of them crates, wasn't it?
You'll be there a long time unloading that milkman, the unknown milkman.
Oh, and then you had to pick all the empty crates up.
Then he got locked in the back of his truck a lot.
All them kids.
All them home deliveries.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I've heard every joke there is there.
Yeah, I'm sure you have. Have you been a part of any of them jokes?
But we had a lot of fun with that. I just had something disappear there, Otis. I don't know where it went.
So,
it did. No. I was looking for Danny Lanier. He's going to be out tonight.
Yeah, Central Baptist Church. Brother Danny Lanier is starting his revival.
Yeah, let me see if I can find that. I got it here somewhere.
But not forgotten.
Yeah, I just you trying to find something in a hurry and you can't do it.
Yeah.
I ain't found it yet.
There it is, right there.
Here we go.
There we go.
This is going to be tonight. Don't forget, Danny Lanier will be there. 6 p.m. Revival service kicks off and it'll run through Wednesday. So come on by and enjoy yourself there.
Central Baptist Church. That's south side. That is 26th Avenue and C Street, D Street.
Right before you get to the tunnel.
Right.
Isn't that correct?
It's on the other side of the tunnel.
I thought it was there behind Ed Cheney. It's not. I got the wrong one in my head?
No. Golly.
Mr. Road Map?
I know it. I think it's in between the tunnel and the airport. I mean, the courthouse.
Well, let's just... that's what I'm talking about, behind Ed Cheney and behind SMI.
It's the other side of the bridge. I mean, the other side of the tunnel.
So if we go here,
yep.
Here's 20.
Yeah. Turn off 22nd there by Ed Cheney and go down in there, and you'll see it.
Yep. There's E Street. It should be right along in here, right there.
There we go. 6th and C, 26th Avenue and C Street. There we go. Dun dun dun.
Yeah. Coming right up 24 from the, take a left there. Yep. We were right on that. Got me all confused there.
Well, you did too. Used to be south. So
Borden and I went to Texas after they shut down Meridian. They moved all the bottling and all of that to Texas. things changed there, and then Dairy Fresh became the big one
cartoning.
Here. Yeah, putting it in. What did I call it?
Bottling. They didn't use
Well, they got rid of the bottles, didn't they? It used to be milk bottles.
Well, yeah. Did you deliver them 6 packs at a time?
That was all Billy Scott. Billy Scott was your milkman, and everybody knows that. Billy Scott was the milkman. Here he come, boogie there, boogie there.
Oh, me. Yes, that is the old Southside Baptist Church there, Lord.
So we learned a little thing on directions, and as always there. Let's see, there are a couple other things that we need to mention this morning.
I bet you'll see Liz Kane there.
Yes, I believe so. She always. We have to say congratulations here to the 8U district champs. We got some more kids to put up that have been winning.
There.
They hustled.
Man.
Congratulations. Always good to see the kids doing well. Let's see. I was at Sam's yesterday, and I ran into several youngsters there yesterday. There's nothing quite like the kids. She's a sweetheart. And these two fellas there, they got them a truck each.
That's what I'm talking about. Well, no, they're not going to know whose is who. One's going to get a dent, and they're going to blame it on the other.
That may happen there.
Ask Amy how them twins go.
And I got to meet Tucker also. Tucker was all about. He's a.
Who is that? How'd you get that with me in there?
Because you were there too.
Oh. Dun, dun, dun.
He went outside and made his truck. He come and he goes, "Man, can I take a picture?" I said, "Sure."
Check him out.
And Odie was on looking there, going, "What's going on over there?"
Look at that. That's Mike and Chuck.
Judge.
No, that wasn't Chuck. That was the
Judge
Honorable Judge Gerald Wayne Thompson. That's who that was.
I talked to Player this weekend.
Did you? He don't get out much anymore, does he?
Boy, where was he? He was investigating.
Still eating spaghetti.
He is. I'm trying to think. He is. Yes, but he was. He went on an out of town trip.
Oh.
That's what the rumor is there, and we're talking about the Honorable Chuck.
Chuck, you know I'm Reverend Barrett. I can marry y'all.
Yeah, I think he's going to get married. We're
and I
breaking
think we
it.
can do it on the show live.
Yeah. Chuck Roberts is rumored to be in a heavy dating relationship.
Mm-hmm.
So y'all look out. Ladies going to have to back off, I guess.
Reverend Barrett can take care of that for you.
So we'll have more coming up. We got any birthdays this morning, Odie?
We do have. We kind of got us a good little list going on. Because today, Kathy Kaufman's got a birthday with Casey Randall, Amanda Crenshaw. Yesterday, Charles Grisham. Worked for me down there. He had his birthday yesterday. Yeah.
Happy birthday, Charlie.
Dog. Randolph Smith with M. Dodd. Happy birthday yesterday. Dusty Simmons, one of them high-dollar wrecker rotating operators there. He had a birthday Sunday. And guess what? Here it is. Mallory Chancellor had a birthday Sunday yesterday.
Did she?
Yeah, so happy birthday. Amy Roddy had a birthday yesterday. Chief Joey Hand, retired Meridian Fire Department, had a birthday Saturday. Robert, a.k.a. Pookie Wilkerson, he had a birthday Saturday. And Mark and Tracy Kelly celebrated 32nd anniversary Saturday. They're from the old trailer hood we'll be spending the next month with. Becky Dice got a birthday along with Caitlin Dice. Andy and Tracy Barnhill, they celebrated 28 years together Saturday. Danny and Teresa Price is their 35th anniversary. And Davy Knight celebrating 35 years. Angela Creekmore has a birthday today. Hudson Rowell is 4 years old today.
Congratulations.
Yes, and Mom and Grandma having heavenly birthday. It's sad, and yep, always so.
Thought I'd remind you of this, why I don't ride in hot air balloons with you, Odie.
That's not
just a quick picture
that's not
there.
Normal.
I know it might not be normal, but this happened over the weekend as it caught on fire. The dude that was piloting up said, "Hey, y'all jump." Everybody just looked at him. He's the only one that survived.
Did he jump?
He jumped. He lived.
Did he have a parachute?
No, he did not.
Were they over water?
No.
Well, it just wasn't his time.
It wasn't his time, that's for sure. I just, and I don't know how many, that gives you a bird's eye view. I don't know how many feet that is above the ground, but.
Talk about tuck and roll. If you do have to jump, don't just land flat. You might want to do a somersault as soon as you can.
Man.
It's still going to tear something up, though.
That's just painful thinking about it.
Yeah.
All right, as we get ready to leave today, we're going to walk out and give you with a Bible verse to face the day
All
with.
right, let's see. Woo. I mean, this is a short one, but always sweet. What did he say? Matthew 5, verse 3. Blessed are the poor in spirit, for there is the kingdom of heaven. Blessed are the poor in spirit, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. That's one thing I always want to be, and that is the presence in the kingdom of heaven. And there's only one way to get there, and that is through our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. And we need to ask the Lord and Savior Jesus Christ to come and put his hands over our city, our county, our state, our country. With everything going on around the world, y'all read Revelations, because we're getting close to the time that the good Lord is going to say, I've had enough. And we better hope that he's in our lives and in our communities to help us make it through these dark times. Y'all have a wonderful day. We'll see y'all tomorrow. Tuesday's coming. So is Friday. Just hang in there. But until then, remember, we love you and we want you to have a great day.